Hey, my name is Deanna Brown, and I'll be talking about the Odawa Tribe. A little bit information about the Odawa Tribe is that they're also known as the Ottawa Tribe, and it means traders. I originally picked this tribe because I thought, hey, let me find a tribe that's kind of from where I'm from. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and they originally are from the East, but they migrated to Michigan, Ohio, and also Canada. Currently, they speak English, but their native tongue is the Ojibwe language. And sorry if I mess up some of these names as I go through this presentation. A little more information about them. Far as food, the women cooked. They cooked corn, squash. The men hunted deer, and usually their meals included cornbread and also soup. Far as clothing, the women wore long dresses with detachable arms, and also in the winter they wore rabbit fur. And the men usually were naked or they wore a cloak, and they even went naked or wore a cloak during war, because it symbolizes strength. And they also wear leather moccasins. So I thought that was pretty cool. So we're gonna go a little bit into depth about the tribe. The Odawa tribe were in an alliance with two other tribes by the name of Ojibwe and Potawatomi. And they were called the Council of Three Fires. They often were at odds with the Iroquois Confederacy. In the 1615, the tribe had their first encounter with the Europeans. Um, but they became very important to the French because of the fur trade. They were really big into the fur business. And in 1701, the French built a fort called Fort Detroit, which is in Michigan, and they established a trading port there. And over the years, the fur trade caused problems between the Ottawas and also the other tribes. In mid 17th century, firearms and also diseases were introduced to the Ottawa tribe. So let's fast forward into the 1800s. So I'm gonna speak a little bit about the Treaty of Detroit. So this treaty was signed by the Ottawas and also the Ojibwe and the Potawatomi. Um, they were basically pressured from the U.S. to sign this treaty, and what this treaty did was make the tribes give up their land, which is now will give up their land, which is a large portion of today's southeastern Michigan and also Ohio. So after this treaty was signed, many of the Ottawas moved to northern Michigan. And after this treaty, then came the Indian Removal Act of the 1830. Um, so in 1833, the U.S. forced the tribe to give up the rest of the land that they had in Ohio. And so they were moved west of the Mississippi River, then moved to Iowa, and then to Kansas. And within this 5 years of moving to Kansas, half the population had died off. Um, in 1862, the Odawa tribe were allotted 74,000 acres of land that would be used and sold to raise money for a Baptist school that was mainly for whites and also Indians. And to this day, the school is still open, but it is now known as the University of Ottawa. And here's a picture of that, of the actual university. A little bit after the Removal Act in 1867, they sold their land in Kansas, and they then moved to Oklahoma. Many people in the tribe had died, and there were about 200 Ottawa tribe members left. That's a big difference from what we started with to now. And they entered a contract with the Shawnee tribe, and they purchased land, and they formed a reservation. The effects of the treaty and the Removal Act, there were many effects, but I'm just going to stick to these main three. One was a decrease in population, as I said before. They had 200 people, 200 Ottawa tribe members left from compared to what they started with. That was a big difference. They were forced to give up land, so the U.S. pressured them into giving up land that they really didn't want to give up. And also they had to move away. So what they have always known, they had to be stripped away and moved away because of the U.S. The circular and linear views are the same or about the same from last week's. The linear view being the Western way of thinking, I figured that their thought process was basically based off wanting to have entitlement, feeling of entitlement, and also having control because they knew they could. And also the circular view being the tribe's way of thinking, they knew they wasn't treated right. The things that were done to them were pretty wrong, and I feel that they know that. They probably didn't know at the time, but they definitely know it now. During this time, I would have advocated. I would have spoke up and spoke out for this tribe. The U.S. pressured them into giving land up because they knew that they could. You know, so during this time, I definitely would have advocated, informing the tribe, hey, you know this isn't right. You technically don't have to do this. You know, just speaking up and speaking out. You know, so that's what I would have done during that time. Um, where are the Ottawa tribe now? There are about 10,000 Ottawa tribe members in the United States, and they're mainly in Michigan, and some are also in Canada. These are some pictures from different years of the powwows that the Ottawa have thrown, and this is their symbol as well. And these are my references, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. If you have any more questions or concerns, just let me know. Thank you.